this interview done?
Yeah, go ahead.
It is currently 4:55 in the morning. We're at this special little spot called the Island. It's a little cold, pretty calm. Hopefully we make something happen. I'm gonna call because I think he might be coming down. John, there's one right on top of this hill, okay? Be careful. You got your gun up ready? Okay. Are they coming this way? Okay. John, remember, 3, 2, 1, shoot, okay? Shot right here. I don't have a shot. Can you let him get to the decoys or not? I don't have him on camera, so let him get in here, okay? I'm sorry. Jeez. Okay. John, get on the strutting one. Are you on it? Yeah. 3, 2, 1, shoot. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. What do you think about that action, boy? What do you think about that action?
You said you on the strutting one.
I know, and then
They started moving. I'm like, shit, this is just shot in the dark, man. I pulled the trigger and I don't even know if I was on one, but. I love, like, we both shot and then both went down immediately. Just hear, oh, you like that.
The cool thing about this actually is probably about a year ago today, almost, we were in this exact same spot. 3 toms come in and we tried to double. He shot one and the other guy missed one. So when I told him we were going to the island and gonna try to double, we weren't gonna miss.
Well, it's about 6:20. Probably shot these birds at like 5-ish minutes ago or so. This morning it was not cold, but it was 47 degrees. We heard a gobble and it was close, like very close. And we thought they were toms, but it had to have been these jakes. Flew the roost, they didn't come directly out into the field, so we were kind of worried that maybe they had roosted behind us or something like that. But they eventually came out into this field, and a hen led them and was kind of calling and
Yeah,
whatnot.
she actually called once.
Yeah, called once and came right into the decoys, and then all these jakes come in.
One thing to mention, guys, I probably only called with these birds maybe 5 or 6 times, and they never responded. They would gobble by themselves a few times, but they'd never respond to the calls. And when I did call, it was just real soft, and they ended up gobbling 3 or 4 times right by themselves. And then I took my hat and acted like I flew down, and it wasn't, I mean, maybe 3 or 4 minutes after that, I heard the hen fly down, and then we heard them all fly down. So that's a good trick. If you're really close to them, 1, don't call a whole lot, and 2, if you can act like you're flying down, a lot of times it'll give them that confidence that you know, there's a bird on the ground, that it's safe to be on the ground. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. One thing that's really important to us when we're turkey hunting is our hide. And I had John go sit back where we were, and as you can see, he had that whole front cover to break up his pattern, and then he's sitting right at the base of that tree with a few overhanging limbs, and he shot right through that little gap. I was sitting just to the right of John, kind of over back behind that little brush right there, up against that small little tree. John said earlier that they weren't roosted very far. These turkeys love these sycamore trees. That's what we call them. They have really open canopies at the top. The turkeys can see a long ways. They can see into the field. They can see down in that ditch, and that's where they were roosted. So they weren't roosted more than probably 60 yards from us. And when they're that close, it's really important that you're quiet and you've got good cover.